Hello, how are you? Now, let's learn what comes just before with the help of numbers. Let's write the number 0 to 20. Which number? 0. After 0, 1. After 1, 2. After 2, 3. After 3, 4. After 4, 5. After 5, 6. After 6, 7. After 7, 8. After 8, 9. After 9, 1 0, 10. After 1 0, 10, 1 1, 11. 1 1, 11. After 1 1, 11, 1 2, 12. After 1 2, 12, 1 3, 13. After 1 3, 13, 1 4, 14. After 1 4, 14, 1 5, 15. After 1 5, 15, 1 6, 16. After 1 6, 16, 1 7, 17. After 1 7, 17, 1 8, 18. After 1 7, 17, 1 8, 18. After 1 8, 18, 1 9, 19. After 1 9, 19, 2 0, 20. Let's learn what comes just before with me. Speak loudly. Now, what comes just before 1? 0. What comes just before 2? 1. What comes just before 3? 2. What comes just before 4? 3. What comes just before 5? 4. What comes just before 6? 5. What comes just before 7? 6. What comes just before 8? 7. What comes just before 9? 8. What comes just before 10? 9. What comes just before 1 1, 11? 1 0, 10. What comes just before 1 2, 12? 1 1, 11. What comes just before 1 3, 13? 1 2, 12. What comes just before 1 4, 14? 1 3, 13. What comes just before 1 5, 15? 1 4, 14. What comes just before 1 6, 16? 1 5, 15. What comes just before 1 7, 17? 1 6, 16. What comes just before 1 8, 18? 1 7, 17. What comes just before 1 9, 19? 1 8, 18. What comes just before 2 0, 20? 1 9, 19. Let's fill the boxes with the number which comes just before. Let's do practice. Which number? 6. Which number? 6. What comes just before 6? 5. What comes just before 6? 5. So write here 5. What comes just before 6? 5. Which number? 1 0, 10. Which number? 1 0, 10. What comes just before 1 0, 10? 1 0, 10? 9. What comes just before 1 0, 10? 9. So write here 9. What comes just before 1010? 9. Which number it is? 1, 5, 15. What comes just before 1, 5, 15? 1, 5, 15. What comes just before 1, 5, 15? 1, 4, 14. What comes just before 1, 5, 15? 1, 4, 14. So write here 1, 4, 14. What comes just before 1, 5, 15? 1, 4, 14. Which number? 1. Which number? 1. What comes just before 1? 0. What comes just before 1? 0. So write here 0. What comes just before 1? 0. Which number it is? 1, 1, 11. Which number? 1, 1, 11. What comes just before 1, 1, 11? 1, 0, 10. What comes just before 1, 1, 11? 1, 0, 10. So write here 1, 0, 10. What comes just before 1, 1, 11? 1, 0, 10. Which number? 1, 8, 18. Which number? 1, 8, 18. What comes just before 1, 8, 18? 1, 8, 18. What comes just before 1, 8, 18? 1, 7, 17. What comes just before 1, 8, 18? 1, 7, 17. So write here 1, 7, 17. What comes just before 1, 8, 18? 1, 7, 17. Do the practice like this only. Thank you. Let's learn what comes just before with the help of alphabets. Let's write alphabets. Slanting line, sleeping line. Which letter? A. After A, B. After B, C. After C, D. After D, E. After E, F. After F, G. After G, H. After H, I. After I, J. After J, K. After K, L. After L, M. After M, N. After N, O. After O, P. After P, Q. After Q, R. After R, S. After S, T. After T, U. After U, V. After V, W. After W, X. After X, Y. After Y, Z. Let's learn what comes just before. What comes just before B? A. What comes just before C? B. What comes just before D? C. What comes just before E? D. What comes just before F? E. What comes just before G? F. What comes just before H? G. What comes just before I? H. What comes just before J? I. What comes just before K? J. What comes just before L? K. What comes just before M? L. What comes just before N? M. What comes just before O? N. What comes just before P? O. What comes just before Q? P. What comes just before R? Q. What comes just before S? R. What comes just before T? S. What comes just before U? T. What comes just before V? U. What comes just before W? V. What comes just before X? W. What comes just before Y? X. What comes just before Z? Y. Now tell me, what comes just before A? Nothing. What comes just before A? Nothing. Let's fill the boxes with the alphabets which comes just before. Let's do practice. Which letter? C. What comes just before C? B. What comes just before C? B. So write here B. Which letter? J. Which letter? J. What comes just before J? I. What comes just before J? I. Which letter? L. Which letter? L. What comes just before L? K. What comes just before L? K. So write here K. What comes just before L? K. Which letter? O. Which letter? O. What comes just before O? What comes just before A? N. What comes just before O? N. So write here N. What comes just before O? N. Which letter? Y. Which letter? Y. What comes just before Y? X. What comes just before Y? X. So write here X. Which letter? K. Which letter? K. What comes just before K? What comes just before K? J. What comes just before K? J. So write here J. What comes just before K? J. Do the practice like this only. Thank you. Let's learn what comes just before with the help of 1. Let's write one say after. Which one? A. What comes just after A? What comes after A? A के बाद A. After A, छोटी. A के बाद छोटी. After छोटी, बड़ी. After छोटी, बड़ी. छोटी के बाद बड़ी. What comes after बड़ी? छोटा हूँ. After बड़ी, छोटा हूँ. बड़ी के बाद छोटा ऊ, आफ्टर छोटा ऊ बड़ा ऊ, आफ्टर छोटा ऊ बड़ा ऊ, छोटा ऊ के बाद बड़ा ऊ, आफ्टर बड़ा ऊ री, आफ्टर बड़ा ऊ री, बड़ा ऊ के बाद री, आफ्टर री ए, आफ्टर री ए, री के बाद ए, आफ्टर ए आए, ए के बाद ए, आफ्टर ए ओ, आफ्टर ए ओ, ए के बाद ओ, आफ्टर ओ आओ, आफ्टर ओ आओ, आफ्टर ओ आओ, ओ के बाद आओ, आफ्टर आओ अन, आफ्टर आओ अन, औ के बाद अन, आफ्टर अन अ, आफ्टर अन अ, अन के बाद अ. Let's fill the boxes with the word which comes just before. Let's practice what comes just before. Which one? Ah. Which one? Ah. What comes just before ah? Ah. What comes just before ah? Ah. So right here ah. What comes just after ah? Ah. Which one? Barau. Which one? Barau. What comes just before barau? Chota u. What comes just before barau? Chota u. So right here chota u. बड़ा ऊ के पहले क्या आता है? छोटा ऊ. बड़ा ऊ के पहले छोटा ऊ. Which one? A. Which one? A. What comes just before A? Re. What comes just before A? Re. So right here re. ए के पहले क्या आया? री. ए के पहले री. ए के पहले री. Which one? Ah. Which one? Ah. What comes just before ah? An. What comes just before ah? An. आ के पहले क्या आया? An. So right here an. What comes just before a? An. आ के पहले क्या आया? An. Which one? Bari. Which one? Bari. What comes just before bari? Choti. What comes just before bari? Choti. Bari के पहले क्या आया? Choti. So right here choti. What comes just before bari? Choti. छोटी बड़ी के पहले क्या आया? छोटी. Which one? O. Which one? O. What comes just before O? I. What comes just before O? I. O के पहले क्या आया? I. So right here I. O के पहले क्या आया? A. What comes just before O? A. Do practice like this only. Thank you.